Good morning, everyone, and happy Wednesday. You guys know me. I'm Nancy Ganzekaufer, business coach and body language trainer, and I am here with Kim Vanderpool of Fresh Impact Social Media. Welcome, Kim.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? How's the weather by you?
It's gloomy and it's supposed to be like 90 degrees with severe storms today. That's how the weather is. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm in Florida now, and that's pretty much true, where it was supposed to hit over 100 today. And we had some storms yesterday, but we needed them. We need the rain.
So. And I was looking at both of us on the screen, and it's like, you can tell you're Florida and I'm South Dakota.
You know what it is? We go out, you can't go out in the middle of the day. You know, my parents lived in Vegas for years. They couldn't go out in the middle of the day either, unless you're going from car to air conditioning. Like in the winter in New York, you go from car to heat. So we go out early in the morning, go to the pool. We go out later in the day, go to the pool. And even if the sun's out a little bit, you get a tan, even when you're not trying.
Well, you look nice and healthy. So that's great.
Yes. Thank you. The more healthy you look, the more unhealthy you probably are when it comes to your skin and tanning. But I'm putting cream on, so hopefully I'm doing well. Yes. So, all right. I realized I didn't press my go live on my Instagram button, but so let me go do that. Okay. So today we are here to talk about sizzling up everyone's marketing, because summer is kind of hot. A lot of people are struggling because not everyone will got to take on a new interior design project in the summer. Sometimes they wait, right?
Right. Well, there's a couple things. So, first, let's talk about, there is a major update that people have asked questions about, and I would just want to address it really quickly. Okay. So Instagram announced, and I believe maybe it's on Facebook too. I haven't done a lot of research on it, but they want to do a paid tiered subscription. So you can pay like $15 or up to $350 a month, and you're going to get some extra little benefits or whatever. And people are like, well, should we do it or shouldn't we do it? And they're thinking that, it's going to help increase my reach and stuff. It's not. It's just extra stuff. And at this time, I don't know if it's really worth the benefits. Like,
what are they calling it? Do you know? Because I don't think I got noticed yet.
It's called a paid tiered subscription is what it's called. Okay. And so I would encourage everyone, instead of starting to worry about it, stress about it now, they just announced it. Instead, really focus on creating better content and creating more share-worthy content, which we're going to talk about after I talk about my next tip. So I just want people don't stress about like, I need to pay Instagram this money and I'm going to get better reach or better engagement. That's not what the purpose of it. They're going to give you a few extra benefits. Maybe you'll be able to reach somebody if you call Facebook or something. And so then you have to weigh, like, is it worth $350 a month just so that I can have a representative talk?
Is it $350 a month?
There's different tiers, and each tier you get better, you get more benefits, but I don't know for the average interior designer at this point. It may change more viewpoint, and I'll let everyone know on our lives. Yeah. But at this point, I just don't think it's worth stressing about or even really looking into. I think that we really need to concentrate more on creating content and creating.
Okay. So when I hear from a designer, it took me an hour to create one post.
Yes. Well, we're going to talk about that just a little bit because of what we want to think about. But first of all, when you mentioned the summer, that it's a little bit harder because they're either not taking on design projects or overall in the industry, no matter where, June, July, and August tend to be lower amounts on engagement on Instagram. So you're going to see some stuff dropping just a little bit. And so again, that's why we want to talk about creating share-worthy content, which is going to be our whole focus of today's little chat. So,
share-worthy content.
Share-worthy content. And the thing that we want to keep in mind is that people come to social media to be social, not to be sold to necessarily, but they will buy. But basically, it is for social. And so one tip that I'm going to give you is that if you have an idea, so you go to High Point, so you have an idea, I want to post on High Point, you can create 3 different kinds, actually more than 3, but 3 kinds of posts that could potentially help that engagement and that reach. And the first one is using a trending audio or meme or a short video under 10 seconds. So you can
under 10 seconds.
Under 10 seconds is the first video. And so this would be just something quick, like happy at High Point. Did you go to High Point? Point of view, POV, High Point is important for designers to go to. Something like that, or, High Point is great for getting ideas, or if you're going to
just a quick little snippet.
Yeah, really something quick and short. Using the trending audio or trending sounds can kind of help increase that and reach a little bit better. The second idea kind of post would be a short form video, 10 to 30 seconds, and you're directly to the point. You're sharing a tip, you're sharing an idea, you're sharing your viewpoint, something like that. It can be direct to camera like we are now, or it could be doing a B-roll video in the background and you just have the caption on the video itself.
So you said 30 seconds. I'm going to ask you because I just did 2 videos. It's the third one I'm going to film next, and they all coming to about 50 seconds. So that's too much. That's too long.
Nope, because that's perfect segue for the third type of post that you can do from your idea is do a long form post, and it's more of a storytelling post, and those are 30 to 90 seconds. Okay. And an example for a way a designer could do this is they could share the story of their clients without giving the names, just saying like, a busy professional family loved to spend time in the kitchen, especially on weekend mornings. They needed a space that was comfortable to hang out, yet functional. And then in the background, you could have a little B-roll of their kitchen design. Another example would be this family came to me, wanted to do updates in their home. And in the discovery call, because you're showing out that you're doing a discovery call, they mentioned how stressed and busy their family life was, how difficult it was to establish bedtime and morning routines. So then I explained to them the importance that by bringing in elements of sensory design, they could have a beautiful, functional, and most importantly, a home that says welcome home. So that is a story that would be very easy to tell using B-roll video, and you could just talk to the camera.
So explain to everybody B-roll video.
Think of background roll, background video. B-roll is just the background.
So your voice while they're seeing the room.
Yep. It could be the voice, or it could just be a picture of you showing the room. Like it could be just the room. And then you could write like, point of view. You can have functional, beautiful, and feel good at the same time. And then in your captions, you can write the story too. So kind of depending on, you know, it works better for the longer stories if you're actually doing a talk, because that's a lot of text for people to
type. So you're speaking at the camera, and then you can have the final result come in, or you're just speaking in the camera and you could say, stay tuned for the completion.
Or you could say, look at my feed and see the carousel post with all the images. So you're building off the post. So that same design project could be these 3 videos. Then you could use some of the images to create a service, like check out my service post through Canva. They have all the different templates, and you could create carousel posts. So besides Reels, carousel posts are like the #1 thing on Instagram right now. So, and I don't see designers taking advantage of the carousel post as much.
So explain the carousel.
So carousel is up to 10 images. And so you could even have, say I took
when they flip through is what you're talking about. That's a carousel.
And you could even use one image of, so say I took an image of where my background is right now. That could be the first post. And then the second one could be the post of me zooming in on my clock. Then it could be zooming in on my plant. And then it could be zooming in on my arrow. So there's all different things. So you don't have to use like 50 different images. You could use one image and then just highlight and crop out the rest so that people can see those
great little vignettes from it. The corner, the this, the that, and then so it's one of the room and then vignettes or close-ups.
Yes. Yes. Okay. And when we talk about share-worthy content, when we get ready to post, we want to think about, is this post something somebody would share? And then would this post matter? And this is where I see many of us get hung up. Would this post matter if that person doesn't know you? So if they come to you and there's a picture of something and you don't write any captions or something like, oh, this is beautiful, and it's a flower. If I posted a flower, they're like, okay, she talks social media. Like it doesn't make sense. But if it's a picture of me sharing a tip about how I garden and how much time I put in the garden, I get the rewards. It's like if I put a time into social media, I get the rewards. So thinking about those kind of things, if a post, one share of your post equals 400 views, basically. So
one share of your post. So if one person shares a post, another 400 people on average will see.
No, it's equal to what 400 views is for the algorithm or something like that. So you really want to create posts, but designers is kind of hard because you're like showing project pictures and that's not always post worthy. But if you do a reel and you share some of these other ideas, these would be shareable posts. So sharing about eco-friendly, sustainable design. That's something that people are interested in. That's really taking the trend this year. Anything incorporating a biophilic design, like how do you incorporate the plants and stuff like that? Like 3 tips to keep houseplants alive, like thinking outside of just general, because a lot of designers, you don't necessarily want to give all your tips away because you don't want to always attract the DIY people necessarily, but you want to show that you know what you're doing. And so if you incorporate plants and someone is, even if it's a high-end luxury client, they're still going to need to take care of that plant.
Yes.
And so by you sharing that, you're showing that. There's a little trend shift to more bold colors and patterns. And so you could even do like point of view, I love this new orange or whatever.
Or I hate this new orange, polarize yourself. So
right. Anything like that. And then people are tend to like, share more, those kind of things. In integrating smart home design, I think that's something that we don't think about a lot, but designers are doing it. So those would be things that you could share. Even sharing like, this is what we incorporated, because usually that is something that is not necessarily sourced, like some of your decor and your
right. Just these are the technologies we incorporated in a smart home in order to make these people's lives easier.
Correct. Correct. Highlighting any artisan or handmade goods. Those are things, especially if you tag the artisan person, then that they're going to want to share it. So anytime you can share colleagues that you work with or whatever. So if you partner with another designer or you partner with a contractor, then they're more likely to share it.
Or a real estate agent.
Correct. Yes. Yes. Real estate agents love it.
Yes.
And if you do any type of wellness focused design, that's really popular this year too. Sharing that, and that would even be appropriate how you could even share yourself being well as a person.
Yes.
Like you walking on the beach. I love it when you walk on the beach and you share any of those things, because it inspires me like, oh, that is so amazing. I want that kind of lifestyle.
Right. Serene. It feels good.
Yeah. Right. So think about how we want our clients to feel when they go into their home. If it's like welcoming, like they want to feel comfortable. And that's a presence that we want to give when we're showcasing our stuff on social media.
Gotcha. Okay. These are great tips.
Thanks.
People, if you're coming in late, go back to the beginning and go over to my YouTube channel, Nancy Ganzekaufer on YouTube, and watch all of the videos from Marketing Mastery that Kim and I do once a month. So did we miss anything, Kim?
I don't think so. I would encourage you to be authentic. I know it's hard to show up on video. Last Friday, I showed up on video. I wasn't going to because I felt like I looked fat. My hair wasn't done. I didn't like the shirt I was wearing. But that post, and it was simple. It was just a quick little tip about imperfect action beats no action at all. And that was a post that's got the most engagement that I've ever had.
You know what? Listen, you go on video without makeup and looking like crap. A ton of people want to see it, and they'll listen too.
Correct. So it's hard, but I would challenge every designer out there that's on social media to try to show up for video at least one time a month throughout the summer.
Oh, that's a good challenge. Once a month, show up on video.
And you can tag me.
Once a week or once a month?
Once a month. I mean, it'd be great if they did it once a week.
Twice or 3 times. That's all you're asking over the summer.
Yep. Tag us, and then we can share it.
I was just about to say, tag me, tag Kim if you're going on video on Instagram, and we will comment. And if we can share, we'll share it too. So proud of anyone who could do that. It's really daunting. We teach a lot of our profit insiders to start going on live video, but some people just really don't feel comfortable with it.
And if you don't feel comfortable, then do a B-roll video. Like you don't even have to show your face. B-roll video,
background.
Yes, is so important. And just getting in the habit of, if you go to a project that you're at, taking a few little video, like 10-second video slides, and then just keep it available for when you're ready to. But yes, I know it's scary. You don't have to. And luckily B-roll is really popular right now, but so is being authentic and showing up. So the more you show up, the more results that you can see. So once a month is minimum, but if you could show up weekly, that's great.
Oh, okay. That's what we try to do. All right, everyone, go have a great Wednesday.
Yeah.
And we will see Kim next time for Marketing Mastery Tips. Tell everyone how to find you if they need help with their social media posting and what you offer.
Okay. They can find us at freshimpactsocialmedia.com. We offer full service management, or if you would like to just learn how to do social media management social media for yourself and need a little hand holding, we have the Get It Done Club where we meet up to 5.5 hours every week through Zoom. And we will help you strategize. I will help you create your content. I will help you do whatever you need to get it done.
That's my favorite, the Get It Done Club. All my Profit Insiders are offered that as part of my program as well, because that really makes their social media have the progress it needs to showcase their work and show who they are and how much of an expert they really are. So thank you for having my Profit Insiders in your Get It Done Club.
They are a delight.
Oh, good. Good. All right. We'll see you next time, everyone. Bye. Thanks, Kim.